I'm sick, I'm cold, and there's snow outside.
Who said this was okay? Who?
Who let this happen? It's April. Also, yeah. I'm changing up the lighting situation. I'm also going to hang up a blanket back there because it just doesn't look good with the blaring lights. Oh, God. I'm coordinated. Oh, God. We're fine. How's my butt look? All right, well, let's see how well that works. Let's get into our first story. No more masks. That's right, folks. No more masks on public transportation at the federal level. Important asterisk because states, businesses, and cities can still implement their own mask rules, like Philly just did after only having lifted their mask mandate a little over a month ago. Well, why don't we have to wear masks anymore, you might be asking? Well, the CDC was looking to extend the mask mandate by about another 2 weeks until a federal judge in Florida struck it down as unconstitutional for public transportation, meaning you don't have to wear masks on planes, buses, and other forms of public transportation at the federal level. But again, this doesn't apply to private businesses, and if you're traveling to a country that does have a mask mandate in place, you do still have to wear a mask on your flight. Following that, you also had the DOJ still announcing yesterday that they're going to do everything in their power to repeal this. And you have a lot of different people speaking out about it. And with that, I'm curious, where do you land? Do you think COVID's social impact has had just as severe consequences, so we need to start peeling back, especially since not enough people are going to get vaccinated anyways? Or do you think we should still be considerate with those that have autoimmune disorders or other disabilities, especially with COVID cases still on the rise? I'm kind of in both camps because I hate COVID for what it's done to people's mental health during the last couple years, but I also hate people slamming others for wearing masks. I mean, for all you know, that person could have an autoimmune disorder or live with someone who has an autoimmune disorder, meaning that they're just trying to protect them because anything like COVID or even just beyond that could potentially kill them. That's probably my biggest pet peeve, is seeing videos of people attack others for wearing masks. Because I understand personally not wanting to wear a mask yourself, but I don't get why you would ever slam someone else when you don't know their story and what their safety situation is. All it does is show that you're just a grade A scumbag. But anyways, enough with COVID news, let's get into the next entertainment news, like Thor Love and Thunder just dropping its trailer a few days ago. And it's had wild reactions, and a lot of people are super excited. And so far, it comes with some pretty amazing shots from the movie. The only issue is it also comes with a lot of concerns, especially from both sides of people who think MCU movies are just overdone, not funny, and have the same bland formula. Or comic book fans who are looking for an actually interesting Thor character. And I myself am both of those people. A lot of people are worried that it's going to get the Ragnarok treatment, which for the time, Ragnarok was an okay movie. I mean, it's generally fun, but it does kind of overplay the jokes a bit. And now with Marvel having done these trends before, it's just a little overdone and Marvel fans are pretty tired of it. You even have one of the most interesting characters like Gore being played by Christian Bale, an amazing opportunity with an amazing actor. And then that's going to get ruined by Korg being there throwing in some knock-knock level cringy joke at the sign of any serious moment. I really hope this movie is good because it has a lot of potential and we just don't need a Ragnarok 2. It's already been done before. So hopefully we're all wrong about Thor Love and Thunder being terrible. And hey, since we're talking about superhero movies, let's get in with our next story, which is Flash's Ezra Miller getting arrested again. God darn it, Ezra Miller. Jesus, he strikes again. Okay, let's recap if you don't know who Ezra Miller is. He's a famous actor for Warner Brothers' hit DC superhero team Justice League, specifically playing The Flash, one of DC's biggest superheroes. On top of that, he's been in some films like the just recent Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore. And he's been known to get in a few skerfuffles.
Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
Whoa, bro. And more recently, he's been chilling in Hawaii, getting caught up with police over 10 times now. Even getting arrested beforehand at a karaoke bar for attacking a couple singing Lady Gaga's Shallow. Well, now you have him arrested again, and this time for throwing a chair at a lady's head because he was asked to leave a gathering. God damn it, DC. You need a new Flash. Listen, with this erratic history, I'm not surprised that we're seeing Ezra Miller arrested again. That's about it for entertainment news. From there, let's actually go ahead and talk about some Ukraine updates that are going on right now. Russia has ramped up their efforts on the eastern front of Ukraine. And this was to be expected. I mean, you had satellite imagery and reports confirming that you had convoys miles long filled with soldiers, troops, military vehicles, and even missiles. And this is in their effort to take the Donbass region as a whole, which ties in with their original efforts back in 2014 when they were funding Russian terrorist groups. But Zelensky has taken a stand against Russia. You see, during their peace talks, Russia demanded that they would only cease fire if given the Luhansk and Donetsk regions of Ukraine. But Zelensky refused to let them forcibly take the Ukrainian people there. Because again, we've seen them strike at innocent civilian populations, jail their own people for protesting this, and even capturing and encamping Ukrainian people. So you have President Zelensky refusing to give up eastern Ukraine. Even now, they are laying heavier missiles into civilian populations, like the city of Lviv. And this is pretty significant. Not only was this devastating with it being one of Russia's largest missile strikes, especially within civilian infrastructure with very little military presence whatsoever, but Lviv is one of Ukraine's most western cities, even nearing the border of Poland, which takes Russia's push even farther. Hell, for some, this was one of the last few safe havens for Ukrainians to flee to before having to leave the country, showing that now the entire country is at risk, not just the eastern regions anymore, which is why it is so significant to see missiles hitting Lviv. And that's it for what's been going on around the world these last few days. Hopefully this helped you better understand what's going on, and again, feel free to discuss anything with me down in the comments or reach out to me on social media. But please, if this helped you in some way, definitely like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with more news going on in the future.